Hey everyone, welcome to this energy reading. So I'm going to be doing an energy reading for the month of June for all the elements. So I'm going to start off with the element of fire. And so if you, the fire element is seen in the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And so if your sun or moon is in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, this reading will be for you. The sun sign represents more of your conscious elements, and your moon sign represents your more subconscious elements. And so we're going to start off with the fire element and see what the month of June holds for you. And then I'm also going to pick a rune to kind of give the overall energy. So I just shuffled my tarot. Put it aside, and I'm going to go ahead and pick out the rune. So my runes are okay, so go with one. Okay, so I got fertility, Ingwaz, the symbolic of God fertility in Germanic Norse, which represents divine masculine energy of ambition and force, resolution of problems, and reaching your fullest potential. Good stuff. So I'm going to pull out the tarot now. Angels and the highest divine guidance and the highest divine message for all fire elements and all those collective viewers that are watching. Pull out your current energy, and I don't usually read reversals, so I just take the messages as they come. So the first card I got out was the moon. That represents like something that's hidden, something that is meant to be released or meant to be surfaced. Now we do have a full moon coming up, and this month is actually very significant for eclipses. So we have a full moon and then we have eclipses, which really signify a lot of activity in your conscious and subconscious both. So eclipse, especially this eclipse season coming up, I'm going to make a video on that, but it's going to have a lot of impact on the collective. You know, we had a bunch of solar flares in the last couple of weeks, and now we're getting into eclipse season, which really signifies coming in of, cosmic energies that can cause big time shifts, changes in the collective, a lot of things that are happening. So the moon is very significant here in the reading. That's the first card out. So definitely, kind of expect massive changes around the moon, the full moon, and the eclipses that are going to be around in this season. Now, crossing that, we have the Justice card. So this definitely has to do with either a legal decision or something to do with like a big decision that kind of changes the course of, say, your work, or changes the course of your relationship. It could be contracts, it could be, signing or getting into, collaborations with people. And so that's what it represents. So at the base of the spread, we have the Temperance. So Temperance is, it's all about, it's very Sagittarian energy. It's all about balance. It's about kind of bringing the yin and the yang together. And I think this is also, to me, like it's bringing in the message of union. So those of you that are on a twin flame journey, if you understand what this means, eclipses bring in a lot of people from the past, and so it can signify like a lot of, you meeting up with, like, say, a past life relationship or something that's coming back into your life to bring balance. For those of you that this doesn't resonate with, or this message doesn't resonate with, I would say this is more to do with creating balance or having balance within your mind, both your masculine and feminine elements. It also recommends like higher guidance or higher help, because, I see the wings, and for me, this is Archangel Gabriel, and this is really like divine assistance, divine help that we're getting to, move forward, basically. So that's like in the, base of our reading. And I say arrow because I'm a fire sign too. Okay, so the crowning the reading is the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is like complete, you know, wish fulfillment. So it's kind of like feeling that you have everything that you need in the card. It's a beautiful card. You see the rainbow, you see the happy couple, you see the two kids. It's almost like completeness in some aspect of your life, or, you know, maybe all aspects of your life, work and relationships. So there's definitely a very positive energy to like crown the spread, you know, for the month of June. Now in the past position, we have the Ten of Swords. So like, you know, a lot of you must have gone through kind of like a painful cycle. And this could just be like a painful cycle within your mind. I mean, obviously there's so much going on in the collective, depending on where you're watching this reading from. But here in the United States, it's very stressful. And there could be a lot of heaviness within the mind and the subconscious mind. So the Ten of Swords really represents like a cycle coming to an end of that heaviness, or that, you know, painful cycle, or like a dark night of the soul that, you know, we could have gone through. So that kind of represents that, and it's in the past position, so that's really, really good. In the future position, we have the Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords to me is like a very mental energy. It's like a very, swords always, you know, they're air element, and they always represent like confusion in the mind, or excessive, like preoccupying your mind with something which is not, you know, really something that you need to indulge in. So that's, you know, this is an energy that you could find yourself in June. And really, I mean, if you think about it, you have Temperance, you have Justice, you have you know, the Ten of Cups, and I'm thinking this is more because of the moon. It's more of like you're not sure what's gonna come or what's coming forth, and that kind of brings a little bit of stress in your mind. So, you know, just remember, this is a mind thing. This is not your reality. This is like, and you have the choice to control that mind and pull yourself out of that Eight of Swords energy, and kind of really find that balance or that temperance. So it's just good to know that this is, you know, around you, or in, you know, can be an energy that comes towards you. So to just kind of like get yourself out of that energy. Now, what else is in your environment? You have the Seven of Pentacles and you have the Five of Swords. So Seven of Pentacles is like kind of waiting for like divine timing. Like you've done your work and now you're just waiting for things to kind of show up because you've done your work. And also the Five of Swords, I mean, that kind of represents what's going on in the collective right now. To me, it makes me think that it's really the commotion that's happening in the outside, and how that can be affecting your individual lives. Like, you know, we're making choices, we're taking sides, and, you know, we internally, sometimes we feel like, you know, the need to express what side you're on, and that can sometimes bring conflict. So it's just something that you want to keep in mind, that that is something that is around you, and to not like give too much of your energy to something like that. In your hopes and fears position, I'm sure this is more of a hope that you're looking for stability, you're looking for that Ten of Pentacles, and you're really hoping that, you know, by the end of this month, you're able to get to that Ten of Pentacles. I mean, you have the Ten of Cups like crowning the energy, so this really is like, you have 10, 10, 10. So, you know, you have Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups, and a Ten of Pentacles. So to me, that absolutely represents like a completion to something, and something new coming your way, which is really, really exciting, fire signs, very exciting. And then in you know, in your final outcome, you get an equal give and take. Now, so for those of you, as I mentioned, the Temperance kind of signifying the union or coming back of a past soul relationship, or a twin flame relationship. This card also kind of signifies that, or points to that. So this is more of like a Six of Pentacles, like an equal give and take. You have a balanced partnership. You know that, you know, you stand together, you stand united, you stand like there's an equal give of love and an equal take of love. So that's what this signifies. So that's really, really great. I'm just going to clarify the Eight of Swords to kind of see what more we can learn from the Eight of Swords. So I see the Seven of Wands, and I see the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel that this Eight of Swords is because of that Five of Swords that we see in the surrounding. So this really has to do with your surrounding and that you needing to stand up for what you feel, but then don't let that get into your head. Like I would say, don't get too emotional about the things that you stand for. Kind of just, you know, if you voice it, stand by it, feel confident, and kind of like not engage in like kind of like a one-on-one argument, because you know each one is entitled to their views and we all have the freedom to choose, you know, what you feel is right within. And so it's important to kind of understand that, because it's really coming from like, you know, that feeling of needing the Three of Pentacles to me signifies like you're needing other people to kind of agree with what you have to say, and that could cause some Eight of Swords kind of energy, which is like feeling, you know, that you need to validate yourself, and that's why you're feeling that, you know, kind of like, oh, why aren't people seeing what I'm seeing, or you know, get that frustration in your mind, but that's really not necessary. So overall, this was a really positive reading, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you have these, if the fire element or any of these signs in your sun sign, then you know this reading is for you. Some of it might resonate, some of it might not. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Definitely like and subscribe to the channel. I try to bring in like monthly energy reads. If I find the time, I'll try to do them weekly as well. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.